So step one in trying to chase a fault with the air conditioning system is to verify the customer's complaint. In this case, I am the customer, and of course now it is working perfectly. So I set my driver's side heat up to max, and I saw my temperature device for measuring the air temperature go up to around 70 degrees Celsius out of that driver's side vent, which tells me, yeah, that seems to be working. It would have gone higher, but I wasn't achieving anything by waiting for it to get even hotter because it was starting to burn my hand, having my hand holding it there. Last night I drove this home from an evening out, and yeah, it barely warmed up the cabin, so I'm not sure what's going on there. I will now take it home after warming it up and try and see if there is anything wrong, or maybe I just needed to put the temperature wheel up a bit higher. On a side note, I'm really quite pleased with how responsive this car is these days. This is only like a few centimeters on the accelerator pedal and it just wants to go. A very different behaviour from when I first got the car. It was basically gutless. This car is very spirited now. It just wants to go. This is a perfectly sorted out KE-Jet system and slightly enriched EHA valve just to give it that bit of extra kick. And boy, does it make a difference. This car is basically a rocket now. So with both temperature wheels set around 26 degrees, the interior of the car is around 26 degrees. So at this point in time, we can't discount the fact that maybe the problem is with me and not with the car's 31-year-old electronics. Though I don't feel cold at the moment, so maybe it's an intermittent fault. I'm still going to look at the pump and the duo valve just in case, because it is 18 degrees outside, 26 inside the car. It seems to be working at the moment, so let's have another look at it. So currently the system is calling for heat, so the auxiliary water pump is running. We can definitely hear that running fine. And it's regulating the temperature by shutting on and off the duo valves as required for the left and right selected temperatures. If you want to verify that the water is actually flowing, you can feel the pulses in the hose as the duo valve opens and closes. It's like the water hammer effect in a house. It jolts the hose every time it shuts off the flow. So when the interior temperature has overshot the desired temperature in heating mode, the pump shuts down and the duo valves close completely, effectively disabling the heater until the interior temperature sensor detects that more heat is required. If I set that temperature wheel up to max, obviously that overcomes that, and then the pump is going to restart. Which it has done, and it's going to commence regulating the interior temperature again. So this system is working perfectly. And that air is ridiculously hot. Reset the normal desired temperature. The interior has already overshot the desired temperature, so the pump will shut down and the valves will close. So currently the system is indeed working perfectly, but I'm not convinced that no fault exists, because last night it was disappointing to say the least, the amount of heat that was coming out. Now, one thing with DC brushed motors, such as that used in the auxiliary water pump, is that they do not last forever. They have a finite life until those brushes wear away and effectively lose contact. So I suspect that pump is near end of life. It is original, so I'm just going to have to keep an eye on it, and next time the system is behaving poorly, I'm going to jump out and have a look and see if that pump is turning. If it's not, and you tap it with something metallic enough to just jolt it a bit, and if it starts working, well, you've got your diagnosis right there. The pump needs to be changed. I think I'll probably order one anyway, because that is original, as I said, and it's probably due for replacement anyway. It is starting to sound a bit squeaky, so that's not a good sign. In any case, it's working fine for now, and I'm coming out of the cold season anyway, so I probably won't be using it till next year. Just something to keep an eye on.